And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back again here on a Monday night for the Crooked Line Super Late Model Series, brought to us by USAFirearms.com. Coming at you live from New Smyrna Speedway. I hope I say that right. I never know how to pronounce that. Anyway, that's where we're at tonight. We're going to be doing 125 laps here with the Super Late Models. Current best laps are at the top of your screen as always, and Chris Carroll top of the board with a 17.77, and Levi Allen in second with a 17.78. Drivers are currently in a driver meeting. That's why we are not seeing anybody out on track currently right now. However, give them another minute or two. They might get a couple out there before we head into qualifying and also pre-race ceremonies. All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting word from race control. It's time to head down trackside and start pre-race ceremonies. So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our national anthem. Everybody, if you could, please go check out Mullet Music Productions on YouTube. Drivers are getting ready to head into qualifying here for the USAFirearms.com Super Late Model Series live at New Smyrna. One of the first drivers out on track is the number 42 of Kyle, the Wild Man Wellman. He's going to start his qualifying run out of turn 4, getting the green flag here. Out of turn number 4 and across the line for Wellman's first lap. An 18.36 for the number 42 of Kyle Wellman. Let's see if he can improve on that time on his second lap. Todd Lamphere, it's a new name here in the series. He goes third quickest here. Oh, Wellman gets loose and hits the wall coming out of turn 4 on his second lap. So second lap going to get invalidated for the number 42. Levi Allen in the number 97 quick time, 17.78 for the number 97 of Levi Allen. Now, we've seen this number 97 car be strong throughout the season thus far. Has had a couple of good finishes. We're only 4 races into the season, but points are starting to heat up as always here with this series, as Aaron Raymond finishes up his run as well on 17.90 for the number 68 of Aaron Raymond. Brandon Mettler out on track in the number 15 on his second lap across the line. Let's see if he can improve. He does not. He's going to stay 8th with a 17.94. Chris Carroll, however, top of the board in the number 9, 17.71. Kyle O'Danick. Haven't seen that name in a while. Number 21. Good to see Kyle back out here. He's going to go 3rd quickest with a 17.88 in the number 21. So we got about 2.5 minutes left here in qualifying. A few drivers still waiting to go out on track. Right now we're taking a look at the number 4 of Tanner Marr. Looks like Scott Smith is also out on track. He just took his first lap. An 18.23, good enough for 19th position for the number 53. Tanner Marr out of turn 4 across the line for his first lap, good enough for 15th and 18.09. Out of turn 4 and across the line for his second lap. Does Tanner improve? Just a little bit, but not enough to jump up a position. Right now, 16th on the board. Jason Korn in the number 39, going to be starting his qualifying run here. About 1.5 minutes left to go here in qualifying. First lap for Jason Korn was an 18.29. Let's see if he can improve on his second. And turn 4 and across the line. It's going to go a little bit faster and bump up to 20th position for the number 39 of Jason Korn with an 18.15. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go ahead and get on through that grid. Chris Carroll in the number 9 is going to be starting on pole here tonight with Levi Allen to his outside in second. Kyle O'Danick is going to be starting in 3rd position with Aaron Raymond to his outside in 4th. Larry Bell is going to be starting in 5th with Zach Murphy to his outside in 6th. Brian Zimmerman going to be rolling off in 7th with Brandon Mettler starting in 8th. Dale Ogburn is going to be starting 9th with Christian Pittman starting to his outside in 10th. Daniel Sweat is going to be starting in 11th with Christopher Smith starting in 12th. Moving on down through the field, 13th position, we got Derek Stanley with Anthony Rennick to his outside in 14th. Guy Barrett's going to be starting in 15th with Tanner Marr starting in 16th. Samuel Lawson, the governor, is going to be starting in 17th with Todd Lamphere in 18th. Mark Stewart's going to be starting 19th position with Jason Korn, who is outside in 20th. Mitchell Muma is going to be starting 21st and Chris Sawyer in 22nd. Scott Smith is going to be starting 23rd with Kyle the Wildman Wellman starting in 24th. 25th is going to be Alex Harris, and 26th is going to be Keith McGillivray. I hope I got that right this time. I wanted to not just call him Keith Mack. Tyler Johnson, 27, Troy Tarbuck, Tim Tripler, Chris Clark, Jeffrey Miller, and Thomas Bergeron rounds out your field this evening. Chris Carroll leads him down to the green flag, and we are underway here at New Smyrna. Good jump there for the number 97 as we go barreling down into turns 1 and 2. The 97 of Levi Allen trying to hold tight on the outside. Gets loose coming off the corner as the whole field goes down the back straightaway. Chris Carroll's going to take a peek back to the inside in turns 3 and 4. Try to clear the 97 coming out of 4. Almost had it, but got a little bit loose there. Back down into 1 and 2. Chris Carroll's going to try and slide back up in front of the 97. Now Aaron Raymond trying to make a move on the inside down the back straightaway on Levi Allen. Kyle O'Danick lost a spot there on the initial start. Fell back to 4th. Now under fire by the number 29 of Zach Murphy. So we get a good side-by-side battle going on here. Looks like the 14 of Pittman kind of got bounced up the track a little bit there by the 43 Larry Bell. They might have made a little bit of contact. It's going to have Pittman fall back just a little bit. Oh, 3 wide in the corner back there. It looked like, I think that was the 07 of Daniel Sweat, and you got Anthony Rennick back in this mix as well. Go back up to the front of the field. We got Chris Carroll still leading the way, just at the fastest lap of the race here on lap 5 with a 17.95. Levi Allen starting to fall back just a little bit, and Aaron Raymond actually slots back in line as well. They're in the 3rd position. Kyle O'Danick holds on to 4th with Zach Murphy rounding out your top 5. Then we go back to Brandon Mettler in the number 15. He's running in 6th position. Larry Bell up inside the top 10 as well. They're in 7th with Christian Pittman in 8th. Brian Zimmerman back here running in 9th position. He's got a mirror full of Dale Ogburn in the 01. And Ogburn rounds out the top 10 right now. Christopher Smith back here in the number 80. He's in 11th. Got Anthony Rennick right behind him in the 23. Daniel Sweat in 13th with Guy Barrett right behind him. Tanner Marr trying to gain some position so far. He's only up 1 position since the start of the race. Trying to work his way around Guy Barrett in the 02. Let's keep going back through the field. The 26 of Todd Lamphere. He's sitting in 17th. He's got Sam Lawson behind him, the governor, running in 18th. Mark Stewart in the number 8 is in 19th position. Then you got Jason Korn in the 39 right behind him in 20th. Kyle Wellman, after that wreck in qualifying, had to go to a backup car and start near the rear of the field, currently in 21st position, up 3 spots since the drop of the green flag. Alex Harris is also up 3 spots since the start of the race. He's there in 22nd position. He's got Mitchell Muma right behind him in 23rd, and Tim Tripler back there in the 17 in 24th. Let's go back up to the front of the field and check on our race leaders. Chris Carroll still leading the way with Levi Allen running in second. Aaron Raymond still holds on to third, and Kyle O'Danick back there in fourth. Levi Allen is starting to close the gap to race leader Chris Carroll right now as we are on lap 12 of 125. We're going to have our first caution on the speedway. Leaders have to avoid it. Looked like it was Tyler Johnson and the number 5 having issues here on the front straightaway. Trying to see if I can't find it for us here, ladies and gentlemen. I think something might be going on with the race control program. Not sure. I know Tyler Johnson had some issues there. There we go. So we're probably just gonna have to back it up here. Now, was he trying to avoid an accident ahead of him is the question. I know it looks like he just kind of gets loose on his own and just hits the inside wall. Oh, he was turning around and the leaders were coming. Okay, so that's what brought out the yellow. Then tried to get it going again. Okay. So gets loose coming off the corner, hits the inside wall, tries to turn around before the leaders got to him. Leaders were just coming way too fast. And that's going to put us under our first caution here this evening at New Smyrna. With 15 laps complete, we're going to see number 5 bring it down pit road. Surprising that nobody else decided to come down pit road. I would assume that fuel might be a factor here tonight, but I don't think so. I think if we get another caution, these drivers are going to be able to save and make it all the way to the end. All right, we're going to re-rack them, restack them, and fire them off one more time. Chris Carroll going to be in control coming out of turn number 4 with Levi Allen to his outside. Out of turn number 4, Carroll fires them off, and we're back underway. Back down into turns 1 and 2. The top 3 are going to single file out rather quickly as we're still two wide, almost 3 wide back here. Jason Corn's going to go around. Jason Corn and Wildman Wellman, they're around out of turn number 2. Corn to the inside of the racetrack. Looks like he didn't make contact with the inside wall. Okay, I don't know why that's not working. Let's go back and see what happened. So there might have been a little bit of contact here between the 39 and the 42. That right there. 42 gets in the left rear, sends them around. Everybody else doing a good job to avoid them. And luckily, not a lot of damage for these 2 drivers, so they're going to be able to keep going. Only downside is that they're going to be at the rear of the field. Looks like Corn's going to have to get a wave around here. As we're on lap 20 of 125, still 105 laps to go here. Long way. Looks like Tyler Johnson's gonna go ahead and get one of his laps back here, so that's gonna put him back on the lead lap. See, I'm not seeing anything on timing and scoring about any drivers coming down pit road yet. Remember, these drivers do have one set of tires sitting on the wall. They can come down. We've seen that kind of strategy play out later in the race before, ladies and gentlemen. So if we get a late race caution, or I'd say mid-race caution would be the best bet, we're going to see a bunch of these leaders come down and at least take right side tires. So Jason Korn gonna get one of his laps back here. That puts Korn back on the lead lap. And we're gonna have a single file restart. We had a quick caution there after the restart. So we're gonna start single file this go around. Chris Carroll gonna fire him off out of turn number 4. Takes him all the way up to the outside wall. And the green flag is back out in the air. Oh, but no, race control. So the green flag came out, but then the caution immediately draws one more time. I'm not sure if race control did not like the lineup or what was going on. But Chris Carroll is going to go ahead and catch the pace car again. We're going to take this opportunity to take a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Shut up and sit down.
We're back live here on True Sim Productions. Lights are going off on the pace car. I believe we're going to have another single file start. We are. Chris Carroll going to lead them down one more time. Out of turn number 4. Carroll's going to fire him off, and we're back underway. Back down into 1 and 2. Good restart there by the number 97. We know how difficult it is when you start single file to get a good jump on the guy in front of you. And it looks like pretty much everybody got a really good restart right here. Chris Carroll still leading. Levi Allen just set the fastest lap of the race last time by. Almost tags the wall coming out of turn number 2. Kyle O'Danick still holds on to 4th position. He's got Christian Pittman right behind him in the 14. Zach Murphy runs 6th. Brandon Mettler back there in 7th. Now remember, last week we had a photo finish at Lanier. It came down to Chris Carroll, Tanner Marr, and Troy Tarbuck, and Troy prevailed, whereas Tanner Marr ran out of fuel. They came across the line 3 wide for the race win. So are we going to see something like that here tonight? Ooh, Levi Allen getting into the wall a little bit there coming out of turn number 4. I don't think it's going to hurt him too much. Doesn't look like he has anything wrong with that car on the right-hand side. Maybe just a little bit of a scrape. Looks like it's still running good. Aaron Raymond still holds on to 3rd. Oh, another tap of the wall. And even Christian Pittman back here, he tapped the wall pretty good. He's got Zach Murphy right behind him trying to take over that position. That's for the 5th position. Pittman gets in the wall right there a little bit again, it looked like. Brian Zimmerman back here in 8th. We've seen this 28 car up near the front a couple of times this season. He's normally kind of a lurker, hangs out near the middle of the field, and eventually we see this 28 car make his way up to the front. Right now in 8th. Does have Dale Ogburn behind him. Ogburn had a good race going last week. Right now running up inside the top 10. Back up to the front. Chris Carroll starting to gap Levi Allen by just a little bit. It's only about half a second right now. Still a long way to go in this race. It looks like Carroll might be starting to catch up to the back of the field. A little bit of lap traffic to contend with might allow Levi Allen to gain up on him. That time by, they ran identical lap times there, 18.32 for both drivers here. Raymond's starting to fall back a little bit. O'Danick tried to take a peek there in the center of 3 and 4. Couldn't get the power down. Everybody pretty much single filed out. Taking a look back through the field. Looked like Mitchell Muma tried to make a move back there on Tim Tripler. It's kind of running the middle of the racetrack, and we got Troy Tarbuck back here in 22nd. He's trying to work his way around that number 98 of Mitchell Muma. Levi Allen, he kind of gains a little bit here, a couple laps, and then a couple of laps, Chris Carroll just starts to pull away a little bit more. That gap maintaining at about half a second right now. Starting to catch up to those lap cars right now. We see it, he's got 3 cars in front of him. Looks like that's a 79 of Jeffrey Miller and a 5 of Tyler Johnson. And the 91 of Chris Clark. So 3 lap cars in front of Chris Carroll. Gets a little loose coming out of turn 4 right there. Looks like Aaron Raymond's starting to fall back from Levi Allen, but still holds on to that 3rd position. O'Danick hasn't found a way around him just yet. So here we go. Chris Carroll's going to start working his way around these lap cars. Let's see if Levi Allen can catch him. Gap shrunk about a 10th right there. Just Chris trying to work around Jeffrey Miller. Goes to the inside of Chris Clark, slams it down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Ooh, Allen tried to get around him as well, but it kind of messed up his exit there out of 4. And he lost a full 10th on that. Just right there. Caution flag out on the speedway. So let's go back and see if we can't see what happened here. We go. What do we got? Oh, I think it was, unfortunately, Keith Mack. Let's get another look at it. Ooh, the 53 makes contact with the 55 and puts him up into the outside wall. One more look at it. Right there, just makes contact. You see Keith, he tries to get it saved, but just rear ends it into the outside wall and then takes heavy damage to the right front. So that's going to put us under caution here once again. We got some pit strategy being played as well. A few drivers came down pit road. Chris Carroll, Aaron Raymond. See an 11-second stop, so driver's probably taking 2 tires, but Brandon Medler, once that track position, stays out there. Or maybe he's waiting for a caution here in another couple of laps, maybe 10 or so, 15 more laps. He can come down and get right side tires and try and drive back through the field. So Chris Carroll on back to Brandon Medler, pit, and then you got Brandon Medler, Dale Ogburn, Anthony Rennick, Christopher Smith, Daniel Sweat, Tanner Marr, Derek Stanley, Mark Stewart, Tim Tripler, and Todd Lamphere. They all stayed out on track. Again, everybody, thank you for tuning in here on a Monday night for the Crooked Line Super Late Models, presented by USAFirearms.com. Also want to point out, if you do have Discord, ladies and gentlemen, and you want to join the True Sim Productions community, we just created a Discord. You find it on our main page on our YouTube. There should be a link up in the little box there. Just click that link and join our community, where you can stay on top of when we go live and highlights from leagues that we cover. And not only that, get information on how to join these leagues so you can come out here and race with these guys and get broadcasted on TSP as well. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to be taking lap 53 of 125. Brandon Medler going to lead him down this time. We're back under green. Good start for the 0-1 of Dale Ogburn. They're going to be side by side going down into turn 1. Great shot as the field goes down into 1 and 2. They're still going to be side by side coming off turn 2 for the race lead. Ogburn to the outside, Medler to the bottom side of the racetrack. Coming out of turn number 4, they're still going to be side by side for the race lead. Advantage to Dale Ogburn that time. They're going to make a little bit of contact there. I tell you what, good job on the 0-1 for maintaining control of that race car, because Medler definitely got on the left rear and almost turned him around. Medler now going to slide up in front of the 0-1 and maintain the race lead. Ogburn back to second. Anthony Rennick holding on to third. Then we go back to fourth place, Tanner Marr, as they start single filing out. Mark Stewart holds on to the top 5 with Daniel Sweat back there under pressure from You got Chris Carroll to the inside of Christopher Smith. Now looking to the inside of the 07. So these guys with fresher tires starting to work their way back to the field. Looks like Levi Allen might have got caught up on the top side because he lost a few positions. As you see, Chris Carroll, Aaron Raymond, and Kyle O'Danick, they're 1, 2, 3 right there trying to get around Daniel Sweat. And Levi Allen just stuck in traffic back here as he goes to the inside of Derek Stanley. Stanley's gonna go way up to the top side of the racetrack. Raymond side by side with Daniel Sweat there for 9th. He's gonna go ahead and get around him. So Chris Carroll and Kyle O'Danick, they're starting to make really good ground up through the field right now. Carroll on the back bumper of Mark Stewart trying to take over that 5th position. Anthony Rennick got really sideways coming out of the corner. Now Tanner Mars under fire by the number 8. He's gonna pinch him down coming out of turn 4 and hold on to that 4th position. Last week, Tanner Marr, Heartbreak City for the number 4, led almost every single lap, ran out of fuel on the last one, and came home 2nd. Now trying to redeem himself here tonight, running in 4th. As Chris Carroll looks to the inside of Mark Stewart going into 1 and 2. Oh, Stewart's gonna get into the back of Tanner Marr just a little bit there. Tanner gathers it back up. We stay under green. 8 trying to hang on the right rear quarter panel, and the number 9 trying not to lose position and also trying to get back down to the bottom side. He's gonna make contact with the 21. We're gonna be back under caution. Looked like the number 8 of Mark Stewart got loose coming off the corner, got into the 21 of Kyle O'Danick. Let's go back and take a look. Already sideways right here. Let's back it up. So they come off the corner here. You see, he just turns down, and I don't know if he realizes that the 21's there or not. Just unfortunate for both drivers, to be honest. I'm trying to get a good camera angle of it. Let's try and back it up one more time here. So they come off the corner. Number 8, just, I don't know if he thought he was going to get into the outside wall and maybe turned it down a little bit, but came down and got into the 21. They make contact, both down to the inside retaining wall. So Medler and Tanner Marr stay out on track. Now they got Chris Carroll behind him, who definitely has better, at least right side tires right now. But Anthony Rennick, who else was it? Daniel Sweat, Dale Ogburn. Those guys came down pit road and they took their tires now. So they have a little bit fresher tires. Now they have to work their way up to the field. Brandon Medler still holds on to the race lead though with Tanner Marr in 2nd. They have the track position, but are they going to be able to hold it with these fresher tires behind them? They are the only 2 cars that have yet to come down pit road. All right, we're going to re-rack them, restack them, and fire them off one more time. Coming to take a lap 67 of 125. Laps are ticking off really quick here tonight. Medler and Tanner Marr going to lead them down. Pace car pulls down to the infield. Green flag back out in the air. Tanner Marr not with the restart he wanted. Mettler got a really good jump there as we go barreling down into 1 and 2 once again. Chris Carroll going to be side by side with Tanner Marr coming out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Almost a little contact back there with Pittman and Aaron Raymond as we go in the 3 and 4. Tanner just getting stuck up on that high line right now on them older tires. So we got contact near the back. O'Danick and Wellman getting into it. It looked like, I'm not sure, but that made O'Danick have to basically make an unscheduled pit stop. And I tell you what, number 21 having bad luck here tonight as Chris Carroll looks to the inside of Brandon Mettler down the front stretch trying to take the race lead back. Down into 1 and 2, he's going to go to the bottom side of the racetrack, come up, make slight contact on that left rear, side by side down the back straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4, Carroll does have the fresher set of tires right now. Trying to clear the 15, gets loose coming off of turn 4. Oh, Mettler tries to hang on his door right there. They make a little bit of contact. Now Carroll back to the race lead. Tanner Marr still holds on to that 3rd position. Now Pittman and Raymond side by side back there for 3rd. Pittman on the top side of the racetrack, Aaron Raymond down on the bottom. Levi Allen still trying to make up ground as well. Now Tanner Marr side by side with Pittman. Pittman trying to make something happen on the outside, just not working right now. Aaron Raymond trying to get underneath Tanner Marr. He gets around Pittman, and that puts Raymond up in the 4th. Now Levi Allen to the inside of the 14. The 68 and the 4 make a little bit of contact there coming off turn 2. No harm, no foul. Lap 72 of 125. Chris Carroll still leads with Brandon Mettler in 2nd. Tanner's going to get loose coming out of turn 4. And we got a big one on the front stretch. That's Pittman and Levi Allen. A lot of cars, they're going to have to stop here as they try and get rolling once again. Go back and see what happened. Ooh, they look almost 3 wide right here. Let's slow it down coming off the corner. So looks like Allen might have got the apron a little bit. He's sideways right here. Looks like Zimmy tries to get out of it to not hit him. 97 catches it. He puts the 14 kind of up into the outside wall. 14 bounces off the wall, comes back down, gets into the right rear of the 97. It's going to turn him around. So let's back it up and watch it full speed. Right there, loose, comes up, bam, wall, right rear. And then everybody trying to check out why Pittman did not hold the brakes right there. I have no idea. Number 9, Chris Carroll still leads the way, and that had Aaron Raymond come in, but come and take 2nd because it looks like the 15 of Mettler, yep, Mettler, Tanner Marr, those guys, they came down pit road. So now they're going to have to work their way back up to the field. We're going to have under 50 laps to go when we go back green flag racing. So strategy for Chris Carroll and Aaron Raymond. And it's working out for him so far. Like I said, under 50 laps to go here at New Smyrna. Was there ever an old one? Can anybody confirm in the chat on that? Why is it new? All right, double file. Raymond and Carroll going to lead them back down. Carroll going to fire them off. New row 2, Brian Zimmerman, Zach Murphy. Larry Bell and Guy Barrett, row 3. Green flag back out in the air. Good jump there for the number 28 of Brian Zimmerman. He's going to go to the bottom side of the racetrack, be side by side with Aaron Raymond coming off turn 2. Back down into 3 and 4. Zimmerman and Raymond. Zimmy gets around him with ease right there. He's going to slide up in front of him, take over second. 46 laps to go, so we're single filed out all the way back to 5th. Daniel Sweat tries to make something happen here on the top side of the racetrack. Sweat last pit on lap 62. A little bit fresher tires than these guys up ahead of him right now. Guy Barrett getting a little bit of a shot there by the number 23 of Anthony Rennick as they go through 3 and 4. Go back and take a look at Tanner Marr and Brandon Mettler. These guys took tires, and they're side by side up here with, looks like Mitchell Muma. Tanner trying to make that pass work on the high side. They are cooking there, trying to make that high line work. Oh, contact with the 0-1 and the 23. Tanner trying to get around Derek Stanley there on the outside. Mettler's tried to follow him, but Mettler goes back down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Now going to be side by side with the number 4. Great racing going on back here. As I say that, looked like we're going to be 3 wide coming off the corner. Ogburn into the wall, down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Oh! Oh, how did they keep that? Oh, Tanner Marr to the outside wall. Ogburn down. They're going to spin and wreck. Oh my, what just happened? Let's go back and take a look. There's a lot that went on right there. We're definitely gonna have to back it up a little bit. So they're 3 wide. Right here they make contact, so let's slow it down. That kind of helps Ogburn up into the outside wall. He goes down. He's trying to catch the race car. Anthony Rennick, nowhere to go. Then it just looks like everybody's just kind of along for the ride. Oh, Mitchell Muma got spun late. And it looks like... Well, actually, yeah, it looks like... we slow down, back it up. Looks like Muma slows up for it. Gets hit by the 51... 51 then gets hit by, I think that's the 25. And it's just like the 51 just comes down and creams the 0-1. There's a lot going on there with that one, ladies and gentlemen. A lot going on with that one. And I mean, that 51 car, he hit that 0-1 a ton. Like, he hit it hard. So right now, Chris Carroll, Brian Zimmerman, Aaron Raymond, Zach Murphy, Larry Bell, your top 5. Daniel Sweat, Guy Barrett, Tanner Marr, Brandon Mettler, and Levi Allen, your top 10. Tanner Marr and Brandon Mettler are on the freshest set of tires right now. They last put on lap 74. These guys up here at the front, they pit on lap 47. All the way back to Larry Bell. Then Daniel Sweat pit on 62. Guy Barrett pit on 47. And then, like I said, Tanner Marr, Brandon Mettler, lap 74. Got about 36 laps to go. Lights are going to go off on the pace car. We're going to fire them off one more time. Chris Carroll, Brian Zimmerman on the front row this one. Out of turn number 4, Carroll fires them off, and we're back underway. Good restart there for the number 28 is Zimmy. He's going to go to the bottom side of the racetrack and slide in front of the 68. Raymond going to hold on to that 3rd position. We go down the back straightaway once again. Let's go back. Larry Bell under fire by the 07 of Daniel Sweat. He's trying to make a move here on the outside. As you see Mettler and Tanner Marr back there. Also with Levi Allen. Allen trying to get back up near the front here. Tanner's taking a look to the inside of Guy Barrett going into 3 and 4. We're watching Larry Bell right now. The 02, Guy Barrett's going to get turned. No caution yet. How that wasn't a caution, I have no idea. And Tanner Marr. He has fallen back to 12th position. I was seeing if I couldn't get us a replay on it, but we kind of saw it live. It looked like the 4 kind of got in the left rear, or maybe just hit the back bumper a little too hard. That 02 car. Back up to the front. Chris Carroll still leads. .31 laps to go here at New Smyrna. Aaron Raymond all over the back bumper of Brian Zimmerman. Zach Murphy trying to catch up to these guys. There's a little bit of a gap in front of him, and he's got some clear racetrack behind him. Nothing to worry about. As the 07 of Daniel Sweat trying to make up ground. He got around Larry Bell, now up inside the top 5. And how about this bounce back by the number 21 of Kyle O'Danick, who made his way back up into the top 10 right now with a damaged race car. Pittman looking to the inside here, going into 3 and 4. Gonna kind of come up. They door. They door again. Oh, and the 14's gonna get into the back of Larry Bell, and that's got to be a caution. Man, Larry Bell. He can just not catch a break sometimes, man. Let's go back and see if we can't see what happened. Kind of watched it happen live. Already contact made there. It's like the 14's racing the... he's racing the 21 here as we go down into the corner. Bell kind of gets a little loose. Gets on the apron just a little bit. And Pittman just slight contact in the rear. That sends Bell around. Bell tries to catch it, and as soon as he does, it just sends him back up the racetrack and into the outside retaining wall. Luckily, Tarbuck was able to avoid it. Lap 99 of 125. Laps are starting to close down here. This is going to give another chance to Brandon Mettler and Daniel Sweat. These guys like Kyle O'Danick, who are on a little bit fresher tires, to try and make up a little bit more ground on this next restart. All right, Chris Carroll, Brian Zimmerman going to fire him off here. It's going to be 23 laps to go when we take the green flag. Green flag is back out in the air. Good launch there by everybody, really. Raymond especially going down to the bottom side of the racetrack, hanging on the inside of Brian Zimmerman. Down the back straightaway. Chris Carroll holds on to the lead. Zimmy into the outside wall a little bit. He's going to lose second to Aaron Raymond. And now Zach Murphy looks to the inside. Here comes Sweat on the inside behind Murphy. Trying to make up ground. He's on the inside of Kyle O'Danick. Those two have the same set of tires pretty much. Levi Allen trying to make up ground. He's going to make contact with Metler there coming out of 4. Looks like the 97 just got a little tight there coming out of the corner. Him and Metler make contact. We go down the back straightaway once again. We got 21 laps to go. Going to be 20 this time by. Sweat to the inside of Metler. Metler trying to make something happen on the outside. Good run. Down the front straightaway, makes a little bit of contact with the 07. Oh, Muma gets into the back of the 07. He had to check up there for the 97. He tries to block off the inside line, trying not to lose a bunch of ground. He's just trying to get back into his rhythm. Nobody will let him have it. So Metler around Allen. Now Metler up to 6, trying to run down the 21 of O'Danick. Metler does have better tires than this 21 car. But has he burned them up trying to get up through this field? 18 laps to go. Aaron Raymond only a 3/10 gap up to Chris Carroll. Last time by, Raymond was just a little bit faster than that number 9 car. $17 laps to go. O'Danick holds on to 5th. Metler right behind him. O'Danick starting to catch up to the back of Zach Murphy. Brian Zimmerman was able to hold on to 3rd position. You see O'Danick kind of running a little bit of a different line there. He had a good run coming out of the corner, but kind of lost it as he got sideways. I think Metler might have saw the line he was running. He's trying it himself. 15 laps to go. Chris Carroll still your race leader. He's got Aaron Raymond right behind him. Now gap out to a half a second, but we're going to be under caution. Let's go back and see what happened. Looks like it might have been Jason Korn. Ooh, so a lot of contact going on back here. A little bit of 3-wide action. 51, I mean, just pulls it off the wall. See if we can't get another look at it. So everybody's checking up right here. Yeah, great angle, iRacing. See if we can't get a better look at it from the blimp here. I know it's kind of zoomed out, but kind of looks like that they check up. Little contact there at the 51 on the outside, and he just comes off the wall down in a corn. Keith Mack nowhere to go. So that puts us under caution again here with 13 laps to go. It's going to allow Raymond to get another chance at it. Zimmerman as well. Even guys like Metler, Murphy, they can make something happen here with only a few laps left. All right, will this be the final restart? Lights are off on the pace car. Chris Carroll, Aaron Raymond gonna lead them down. Into 3 and 4, pace car pulls off. Carroll fires them off, we're back underway. Semi with a great restart. He's gonna be side by side with Raymond going out into 1 and 2. Raymond trying to hang on that right rear quarter panel coming out of turn number 2 as we go down the back straightaway. We got 9 laps to go. Zimmerman was able to hang on to that second spot. Now he has to run down Chris Carroll. 8 laps to go. Side by side back here. Brandon Metler with Daniel Sweat. That's a battle for the 7th position. The 07 goes to the bottom side of the racetrack, 15 up to the top side. Everybody else pretty much single filed out right now. If we go back up to the front, we're gonna see if Simi can catch Carroll here with 7 laps to go. O'Danick tried to make a move on Murphy, it looked like there, but wasn't able to get the power down. Can't make the move just yet. 6 laps to go. Oh, he had a good run there coming off of turn number 2. O'Danick to the outside of Zach Murphy. Levi Allen trying to follow him. To put Levi Allen up in the 5th position right now. Murphy trying to hold on to it on the bottom side of the racetrack. Sounded like they made a little bit of contact right there. It's now Raymond all over the back bumper of Brian Zimmerman. Chris Carroll continues to pull away. 5 laps to go. Out of turn 4, it's going to be 4. Little contact back there with the 15 and 97. They keep it straight. We keep it green. Looks like Raymond might have overdrove that corner a little bit. He got sideways on entry, had to chase it up the racetrack. He's going to lose a couple of tenths here to the 28 at Simi. 3 laps to go. All over the back bumper, that number 28 tries to get a run off the corner. Right now, Chris Carroll, popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go for the number 9. Raymond trying to get as many points as he can, trying to get around Brian Zimmerman here. Zimmy a little loose out of turn 2. Out of turn number 4 for Chris Carroll. It's going to be white. No, caution flag in the air. Green, white, checkered. It's like problems for the 98. Let's go back to see what happened. So 98, I mean, doesn't look like he gave the 80 a whole lot of room. They make contact. Oh, it just gets absolutely destroyed late. All right, so Chris Carroll was about to take the white flag, and now we're going to go into crooked line overtime, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, who do you got your money on now? We're going to have 3 laps, actually 2 laps to decide this thing. Can Brian Zimmerman get a good enough restart here and challenge Chris Carroll for the lead? Can Aaron Raymond get a good restart here and challenge Zimmy for second or even battle for the win. How about O'Danick back there? I mean, all we got to do is take the white flag. Lights are off on the pace car. Here we go. Same scenario as last week. We had an overtime finish last week and a couple of drivers ran out of fuel coming to the line. Can someone snag one here? Look at everybody stacking up right there. Chris Carroll fires them off. We're back underway. Zimmy got a good launch there, down in a 1 and 2. Raymond's gonna try and stay on the bottom. Zimmy makes contact a little bit there with Carroll coming out of 2. They're gonna single file out as we go down into 3 and 4. Coming out of turn 4, it's gonna be white flag in the air. Brian Zimmerman all over the back bumper. Now, oh, he gets loose. Kind of blocks Raymond's momentum. That allows Carroll to step out just a little bit more down the back straightaway for the final time. Into 3 and 4. I don't think Zimmy's going to be able to get there. Lost his chance coming out of 2. Chris Carroll's going to win another one here for Crooked Line. Chris Carroll's gonna burn it down. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, post-race interview. Stick around.
With the whole shot. Burrows gets wadded up right there. We got a nasty one. 3 laps here. We're underway here at Horsepower Bar.
We're back live here on True Sim Productions, and I am catching up with our third place finisher. That's Aaron Raymond, the driver of the number 68. And Raymond, we had a green-white checkered finish there. Thought you might have been able to try to make a move there. Anything you could have done differently to maybe get yourself up there and take home a win?
No, I'd used up my stuff. They all trying to pass Chris, and then we got those 2 cautions, and it just kind of killed what I had left.
Well, we saw you kind of battle Zimmy there on that green-white checker. Did you at least, you might have had a chance for second? I mean, it looked like Zimmy might have gotten loose, or you guys made a little bit of contact there. Kind of walk me through that.
Yeah, I think he just kind of got on it a little bit too much, got loose, and I gave him room. We've had some run-ins, and I was just taking it easy. I didn't want to crash him, though.
Well, hey, man, you guys put on a good race here tonight, and that number 68 machine showing consistency again here this season in the super late models. Who you got to shout out on that number 68 for making it all happen?
Well, I got to thank the guys at Crooked Line Racing and True Simple Productions, and I got to thank my family.
All right, Aaron. Well, hey, congratulations on another third-place finish, and we'll see you again next week.
Yep, thank you.
That was driver of the number 68, Aaron Raymond, coming home in third position. And now we got to bring up second place finisher Brian Zimmerman. Didn't really get there, Zimmy. Had a chance there on that green-white checker. Got a little loose coming off turn 4. You think if you wouldn't have gotten loose, you might have been able to get to the back bumper?
I might could have got to the back bumper. I did get loose. I was pushing as hard as she'd go. That's all she had. Had a chance there in 1 and 2 on that last restart. I gave him a little tap, just let him know I was behind him. But didn't, wasn't going to wreck him at all. He's a good teammate. Definitely not going to wreck somebody for a win, teammate or not. But yeah, got there, gave him a little bump, let him know we was there. No, it was a good race. If I hadn't have got loose off of 4, we might could have got back to his back bumper, but definitely wasn't going to turn him for a win.
So were you worried about that last restart there? It looked like Aaron Raymond might have been a little bit quicker on that last restart. Yeah,
I was a little worried about the last restart. I mean, Carroll was about 10 feet from taking the white flag, which would have ended the race. And I had pulled out a couple of car lengths on Raymond, but I knew that he had some good speed. Getting that last restart, getting a good jump on that restart was very important. But yeah, I was really concerned. Anytime you got Aaron Raymond behind you, you're a little concerned because he's a fast driver.
Well, hey, man, you put on another good show here tonight. You guys having another overtime finish. Great race. The 28 machine coming home in second place again. Good consistency so far this season. Who you got to shout out for the number 28?
Oh, I always got to shout out the boys over at Pit Lizard. Let me run with them during this league. A lot of fun. Of course, Tanner Marr for throwing on the league. You, Sam, and TSP and all the work that y'all do for our league and broadcast. And I always like to give a shout out to my brother-in-law, Andrew. He's always back watching with my sister, Samantha, my nephew, Brody. Of course, my wife, she's always watching too. So thank them for that. Just thank you for all y'all do, boys. Look forward to catching y'all later in the week.
All right, Zimmy. Hey, congratulations again on second place, and we'll see you again next week.
See you, Sam. Have a good one, bud.
And that was driver the number 28, Brian Zimmerman, coming home in second place. And now we got to talk to our race winner, and that's Chris Carroll, driver the number 9 tonight. And Chris coming home with another win here in Crooked Line. You come out of turn 4, you see the white flag, then you get a caution. What's going through your mind?
Well, I mean, I don't know what to say, Sam. I was a little bummed about that, but I mean, it gives those guys another shot at you and another chance for you to make a mistake. But you got to be mentally tough and just, get back to business and try and do your thing. But yeah, it was a bit of a bummer. What can you do? That's racing, right? It's going to happen.
Well, hey, you managed to hold out. I mean, it looked like when we had that green-white checkered restart, Zimmy and Raymond kind of went in a little bit deeper than they normally did in 1 and 2, and looked like Zimmy gave you a little shot there, let you know that he was there. So, was there any worries there, or did you think once you got off 2, you kind of had it locked down?
Well, there's always worry. I'm not ever worried about Brian Zimmerman. That dude, you could not ask for a better friend, a better teammate, a nicer guy out there. I'll be honest. If he got into me, I could never be mad at Zimmerman, man. His intentions are always good, and he's racing hard for that spot. It doesn't surprise me they got in that deep, Sam. They're racing real hard there, and I felt that it showed a 0x, but I didn't even really feel it. But yeah, man, you worry more about you making a mistake than somebody wrecking you. I think in this league, there's a lot of good dudes out there, and we all try and keep it clean,
So next week we head to Dover for 100 laps. What's your thoughts going there now, knowing that you're going to have to start in the rear, being the winner this week?
Fear, carnage. a whole bunch of stuff. But all jokes aside, I think that's a place you can go racing, and I think it's going to be a really good race. I think it's going to be similar to like a Rockingham, where you got to respect the car and you got to respect the setup. I don't think it's going to be a real easy car to drive. So I expect a good race. I expect less cautions than we had here, and I expect a pretty good race, my man.
All right, Chris. Well, hey, come home with another win here tonight. We're only 4 races in. Looks like you're on your way to possibly locking down another championship here in this league. We're going to have to find out later in the season. But who you got to shout out tonight on number 9?
Always got to thank out TSP. I apologize last night. I forgot that we had to be in TeamSpeak. I was waiting for the interview for like 10 minutes. Always got to thank USAFirearms.com. These guys power this car, and Brian Zimmerman, all my teammates, Troy, Larry, Guy, Zimmerman, and all the boys out here that have fun on the Pit Lizard team. And got to thank Tanner and the boys for putting on awesome league, awesome show. And you know, we're buckling down on this here, and we're getting it under control, and I think we're headed in the right direction. I think we got a lot of good drivers and a lot of good dudes in this league, and I got to thank my friends and family out there. My mom and dad are always watching, and all my friends, and I got to thank all the guys tonight, Sam, that raced me clean out there. There's a few times the guys could have taken bumpers to me, and they didn't, and I really appreciate that.
All right, Chris. Well, hey, another good performance out of you tonight, so we'll see you next week at Dover. Congratulations again.
Thank you, sir. Shout out to BAM Racing Videos. I missed that one.
And that was Chris Carroll, driver the number 9 here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us here on True Sim Productions on a Monday night for the Crooked Line Super Late Models presented by USAFirearms.com. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Want to point out, it does show that we are live tomorrow for the Tour Mods. The schedule is being pushed back 1 more week, so if you're watching this, the next Tour Modified Series will be starting next week. As y'all know, it takes a little while to get the league up and running and to make sure everything's going to go off without a hitch, right? So we're just taking 1 more week. We're going to make sure that everything's locked down, ready to go, give everybody the opportunity to get set up and ready to go. And we're going to be running Tour Modifieds next week. Other than that, later on this week, check out Front Row Esports on Fridays and Saturday nights. And then Blazing Pedals is actually off this week for Easter. So happy Easter from True Sim Productions. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, your results are on your screen. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a great evening, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.